Taking Out the Trash podcast.
I'm Vanessa.
I'm Maya.
And we are just two college roommates who happen to be best friends, and we like to yap a lot, so we made this podcast for you.
Yo! And today we have a very, very, very special guest. Her name is
Jaylin.
I didn't know if we were saying it or if she was saying
Well,
it.
I mean, we said our own names, so it's like...
We needed to rehearse that, but it's okay.
Dude,
It's
that
okay.
was great. You're natural.
Yeah, pretty much.
Stop right
Oh
now.
my gosh. Guys, we're very, very excited for today's podcast.
I'm nervous for today's podcast.
Don't be nervous.
I am.
Sorry,
guys,
I tend to do that to people.
It's because I don't know the plan.
Oh, you're right.
Okay.
But today, before we get started, before we introduce Jaylin fully, we're just going to give a spoiler of what today's going to be. Basically, today, typically we could interrogate our guests, but we thought we'd do a little flip-flop. And
I said no you. This is rage bait. Okay?
Rage bait.
I'm about to rage bait them
Oh my
with
God.
questions.
That's why
And
I'm
it's going to be
nervous.
so fun.
Jaylin's interrogating us with questions we genuinely have never heard, and she says they get progressively worse,
Yes.
which makes
Well,
me even
no.
more scared. Oh! Caleb's behind the camera.
Oh, yeah.
Say hey,
Sorry.
Caleb.
Oh,
Hi.
we forgot about
What's
you.
up, Caleb?
This is like the 14th time we forgot to introduce Caleb. I
know.
feel terrible.
Caleb, we do love you, I promise.
You should just
I don't
interrupt us
believe you.
at some point and be like,
I'm here
guys,
too.
I'm Caleb, by the way.
Yeah,
Say hey.
Yeah.
How was your day, Caleb?
it was good. I did a lot of editing today. but-
Oh,
Yeah.
let's go!
Hey,
Come on.
King.
Good. Good.
You are heard, you are seen. Caleb.
Thank you
Okay.
very much.
Girl.
Wait, days? How were your guys' days?
Oh.
Updates?
Boring. I mean, actually,
Great.
kind of boring, but not also not boring. I slept
Yeah.
until 11 a.m. That was
Okay.
really nice. So I
That's
slept for
nice.
like a good almost 12 hours. last
Dang.
night.
Yeah.
And then I got ready. I did the dishes, and then came here, and then I designed a tattoo for myself.
Yeah.
So-
Productive.
I'm excited about
Come on,
that.
queen.
And that's it.
Wow.
Okay.
You?
Oh, mine was good. I just worked for 8 hours. Edited
Oh.
interviews for my job.
Hey,
Go
Aw.
social media.
I went shopping
Okay.
with MJ,
Come
who's
on.
going to be their roommate, so that's why
Yes!
she's valid
Yes!
for this podcast, and it was so fun. Then we went to her family's house and played Catan.
Period.
Did not win.
Oh.
Yep.
So sorry about that.
It's okay. I had the longest road, so
Gotcha.
win some, you lose some, you know?
I
Yeah.
don't know what Catan is.
I don't know what that means, but yeah, I trust you. Sorry.
Okay,
Jaylen just
thought
gave
you
us
were
the,
from the
so our
Midwest.
weirdest
Untrended
look. Anyways, it's all
All
right.
right.
Yeah, anyways, so let's jump right into today's episode. So we're going to give you a backstory on who is this girl? How did she come
The
about
truth
in our
about
life?
Jaylin.
The truth about, yeah, exactly. Jaylin Hope, if
and
you
the
will.
truth comes out.
Jaylin's famous on YouTube, guys.
That
It
is
is
not
actually.
true.
It is
That's
true.
not true.
is.
No, truly, it's not true.
Okay,
Dude, I
sick.
literally stalked you when I found out, like, when we, like, got in contact, and I clicked, like, the YouTube or whatever, you were,
Yeah.
like, promoting it, and I go to it, and I see, like, 140,000, like, views on that one singing videos you
Yeah.
have, and I'm like, oh, okay, so, like, she's actually really cool, and she has, like, 1,000 subscribers, and we have, like, 8, so.
Yeah. No, we have like 18 now.
Okay, period, pop off. But anyways, Jaylin was one of our very first friends at college.
Yes.
Yes,
OG.
I met Jaylin. Well, I didn't meet her till I got here, but so like GCU makes like this. Well, not actual GCU. There's a GCU like class of 2027 page that gets made for every class that comes in. Just so basically you can post bios about yourself and find a roommate and like just meet people, and you just tend to DM random people that you see, and then you just meet people. So all three of us were on that.
Yeah.
But Jaylin found me.
Yes.
So basically, you hate me.
Also, I don't remember. Maybe I did. I don't
Jaylin,
know.
Stop. I don't like this.
No, not really. I love you. I can
I
never
love
hate you.
you.
I was scrolling through the page because I didn't decide on GCU till really last minute, and so I like refused to do any of those pages. I refused to post. I was like, this is
Yeah.
not. I didn't even look at any of them. But then when I decided, I'm like, oh shoot, I don't have that much time. I need to like meet people.
Yeah.
So you looked nice.
Oh,
I was
thanks.
like, oh, she's cute. She's sweet. I'm going to DM her. And I think I only did that to like a few worship arts people.
Yeah.
Hence why I didn't ask you, because I
Yes.
was just trying to find people in my major. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I
But
figured you.
I have the receipts. Hold up. I
Ooh.
screenshotted them for this moment.
Oh my gosh.
I DM'd Vanessa May 5th of 2023.
Wow.
And
That's
it says,
beautiful.
"Hey, I'm Jaylin, and I'm going to GCU this year. I haven't met anyone majoring in worship arts yet, but I am too." Literally, you did not ask. And then you said, then you said, "Hi, oh my goodness, that's that amazing." Check your grammar.
My grammar's always been
That's
bad.
a really
so-
embarrassing first impression.
Can't wait to
didn't
meet
even know
you. Will you be in the Barnabas program as well? I didn't know what that was. So I said, I'm not sure. I don't think so. But yes, I'm excited to meet you too.
Yay.
And that's how it
Aw.
began. And that's how it
Cute.
began.
That's
Did you
so
guys
cute.
like DM all
That's
summer
our love
then?
story.
Yeah, we DM'd
Low
like
key, we
okay.
like DM'd all day every. No, I'm kidding.
I was like,
DM'd
day
all
and
months
night.
After that.
Wow,
Yeah, no.
No, we would like talk back and forth about like where we were gonna live, and like there was one point where I made a worship arts group chat, which so many random worship arts people. I'm not gonna name drop here, but if you were in that group chat, that was quite interesting, quite silly. But
Yeah.
I did make that. And then when we went to like the first worship arts meeting, like welcome week, first week of school, I saw Jaylin, and I was scared because I was like, I know
Oh,
I've DM'd
goodness.
her, but I was like, I don't even know if she's gonna like. What if I remember her and she doesn't remember me? Like, this
No,
is gonna
I
be
was
weird.
relieved to see you.
Really?
Oh, that's really
Because
cute.
the worship
cute.
arts bash is a lot. Like,
Yeah.
there's just all these random people, and they're like, if you don't spend time in the studio, they're like, spend time in the studio. That is how you make relationships.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know anyone.
It's basically just like Christian theater kids. Like it just like
no, legit.
that like aggressive, like blunt, like
Ah.
up in your face, like, hi, oh my gosh, how are you doing? Like
That's
you
So
know,
that's
facts.
not.
at a web lab, you've never been to one.
Oh, I thought you meant
Yeah.
like just in general in a studio.
No, no,
I'm
no.
like,
yeah,
I'd-
web lab
I've never
goes
felt that way.
crazy. It's like it's just like
Maya agrees to disagree.
when you go to your first one next year, you'll see everybody's just on crack. Like
what
it's
if I
actually
just don't
crazy.
go?
Oh, sure.
I
yeah.
think only freshmen go.
I mean, I have to be there. I work and I get introduced.
Oh, so I don't have to go.
If you want to meet freshmen,
I do.
if you want to meet the love of your life, go next
If you want
year.
to intimidate the freshmen and be like, so this is my
I
territory.
don't like this. I don't think.
I'm kidding. We
I
love
don't
you,
think it.
freshmen. If you come to GCU and you're in worship arts, kisses. Love you.
Hit me up. No, wait.
Yeah.
No,
Whoa.
no, not like that.
Whoa,
Not
whoa,
like
whoa.
that. Guys, I'm basically married to a guy named Rhett.
Don't reach
Please
out to Jaylin.
Don't.
No, she's not
I
available.
meant if.
If you want a
I
new
like to be
friend, if you want a new
friends.
friend,
Yeah, I meant to be
you can
friends.
reach out to
Okay.
Jaylin, but you
All
can't
right.
date her.
No.
Anyways, moving
I'm
on.
kidding.
So
Okay.
when I worked up the courage to go up to Jaylin in person at the Welcome Back Worship Arts Bash, that's what the web lab is.
Mhm.
And I was like, hi, I don't know if you remember. And I remember the sigh like of relief coming over Jaylin's face in that
Aw.
moment because I didn't know how she was gonna be. Like if she was actually like one of those mean
Yeah,
people
what
that
if
like
I was like a total.
Well, I was scared because then, okay, this is like really judgmental of me, but you told me that you were a PK, and so it's like there's only two ways that this could go. I'm like, she could
It's
either
true.
she could be a good PK or a bad one. I'm like,
Yeah.
what if she's like one of those stuck up like
There's
she
always
acts.
two extremes.
I know. I'm like, what if she's acting nice over DMs and I go up and then you're like, why are you talking to me? And I was like so scared. I was like, I really hope she's like a good PK, and you
Turns
are.
out,
Turns out you were exactly like I thought. Awful, terrible.
Aw,
No,
come
just
on.
kidding. But then after that, Jaylin like kind of jumped into being friends with Maya from there, Caleb from
Yeah.
there, and the five of us would hang out a lot too in our dorm, study
That was
nights.
fun.
And we our like most prized possession memory of Jaylin is
Oh,
when
no.
I love this story
Wait.
so much.
snap. Okay, guys.
oh, you want to tell it?
No, I mean you should.
No,
tell.
I want to hear it from your perspective.
Okay.
Actually, I've never heard
All
it.
right, my POV. So okay. You guys, first of all, were just fun to hang out with because I went to a small Christian school, and you
Mhm.
guys just like also came from the Midwest. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we live in similar areas,
Mhm.
and so it just felt really homey. We were hanging out. It was so funny. Okay, one night we go back to whose dorm? Yours?
Ours, yeah.
Your dorm
Mhm.
with me and the four of them.
Yes.
And wait, did you whisper it to me? How did I find
No,
out?
we took you into the
Oh yeah, we
our
took you
bedroom.
in our bedroom.
Okay. So first of all, I thought that he resembled JJ from Outer Banks, but not like in a way that I was
Our
like,
other, one of our guy friends, like in our friend
one
group
of
from
the-
home.
One of their guy friends.
Yeah.
I feel like I thought that he did first. Did I say something and that's why you told me or no?
No, we just
Why
told
did
you
we
just to
not?
tell you.
No,
I think it was.
I think Jaylin said something and we were like, we locked eyes and we're like,
You think
oh my
so?
Is
gosh.
that why?
I think
It
so.
I
could
feel
have
like
been.
he
It could have
sounded
been.
like him. The thing is, though, is like I had an obsession. I had an interest in JJ from Outer Banks. Like, if it came down to JJ or John B, I'm going with JJ. All right, that's just like that's a thing. And I just want to make clear, I didn't think their friend was attractive
Yeah.
or like, oh my gosh, he's so hot. I was
Yeah.
like, this is weird. Like, he kind of sounds like, in the nicest way possible, like he was like a nerdier private school kid version of Jaylin.
Yeah, sure.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because we were freshmen, okay? Like, I was like that too.
Yeah.
So then I probably said something, and they took me in their room.
Because our
Sat
friend
me
doesn't
down.
like people to know the
No.
connection that
Yeah.
they have.
But they're real ones. And so they were like, let me connect you. They took me in their room and they said, our friend is first cousins with Rudy Pankow. And that's who plays JJ from Outer Banks. And I said, no, he's not. And they were like, yes, they grew up together. He
Yes.
knows him personally. They're like really close. They're cousins. And I was like, you're lying. Stop pranking me. And they're like, we're not lying. And I fell on the floor and started crying.
Yeah.
Jaylin,
I shed.
My.
when I tell you she dropped on her knees and bawled. She's like, they're
I
cousins.
thought-
And I was like, yes, Jaylin. And she's like,
It was not that dramatic. I could breathe.
It was
it was dramatic.
a little
girl.
dramatic.
Okay, but I feel like it was a mix of like I was laughing because I was
Sure.
in shock, but I was also crying.
Yeah.
The picture
But-
though
The
is so
picture's so
funny, and that's
criminal.
Vanessa's contact picture for you
Yes,
too.
it's you.
So
Like your
every time you
eyes
text
are
her,
red.
it's like your hands are like on your cheeks. You're like you are sobbing in the
And
picture.
the best part is like anyone who knows me, like I never cry ever. Like
Yeah.
I'm not an emotional person. Like when I get sad, it's not my reaction to cry. I never
Yeah.
cry in front of people. Like I
Mhm.
just don't like to. But that just
Sent you over the edge.
oh my gosh. I was like this is a God ordained moment. I'm going to meet Rudy Pankow. This is in his plan. And God just allowed me
Wow.
to make a connection so that I can meet him. Like I was
Yeah.
convinced this is insane.
It still could happen.
It still could happen, yeah. And so then I had to compose myself because you didn't want your friend to.
Yeah.
He's not supposed to know, right?
Yeah.
So the night goes on. It's super awkward because I know this huge secret about his life, and I want to so
I can't
badly
do
ask
this.
him a million questions like, "What did your cousin eat for breakfast?" Or like, I just had so many
Okay.
questions, but I couldn't ask it because. And so this was really conflicting inside of me. So then we go outside and we're just hanging out for another probably 4 hours.
Yeah,
okay?
something like that.
And so at some point in the night, we're laying on Prescott Field. It's
Yep.
just a field on
That we have on
campus,
campus,
Invalid,
yeah.
okay. We're laying on the field. We're looking up at the stars. And we're all just talking. It's, I don't know how late it is.
It was probably like 1
1
a.m.,
I don't
honestly.
know,
Yeah.
whatever. And I'm like, I just start like asking questions, like what so and so your friend. I'm like, so what's your family life like? What is your family like? And he starts telling me. I'm like, do you ever do like family Christmas with your extended family? Like, what is that like? He literally, but the thing is this kid's so nice, and he
Yeah.
did not understand what I was doing.
No.
I
he
went
didn't
so
know.
far. I was like, "What are your cousins' names?"
He should
I literally asked
No,
that.
no, I remember
And
you
he said-
asking.
And he
Okay.
said, "This person, this person, this person, Rudy, this person, this person, this person." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's real. Oh my gosh, it's real." He just said Rudy. And I'm like, so then I knew that they weren't pranking me. It was real.
Yeah.
And so then we're laying on the field, and I'm like, I want to tell you something. I have a famous cousin, which that's not a lie. I do. It's my dad's cousin, and he's on Broadway, and he's like in a show
Okay.
with Selena Gomez, and they're besties. I've never met him,
Mm-hmm.
but he's a distant cousin, and I have him. And I said, I have a cousin who's famous, and it can be really hard. Do you relate to that?
Guys, this is 100% real. Like,
I
this
was
is how
really about to
Jaylin
say.
is.
I remember her asking him specifically, like, "Do you have
Yeah.
any famous cousins?"
And we all just kind of,
I remember that.
we all just were laughing, and I'm kind of like, I looked at him like, I know your secret. Just tell me. And so then we talked about it, and it was real. And his cousin's Rudy. And I found out that Rudy and him would play Dungeons and Dragons together. So Rudy's kind of a nerd like that.
Yeah.
And
There you go.
they would have family get-togethers. But he hasn't seen him in a long time because he's really busy in LA, obviously. And I was like, wow, this is real life. This is real
Yeah.
life. Yeah.
That was,
So
thank you for sharing from your
Yeah.
point of view.
that was
great.
that was
one
good.
of their first hangouts with me, unfortunately.
No,
Not unfortunately.
Yeah.
No, we love Jaylin.
We
We
do.
have since the moment we met. Since the moment I found out she wasn't
Wow.
a bad PK.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
PK means pastor's kid, by the way. Love you too.
For
in case.
non-GCU students.
Yes. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Anyways, well, now that you guys know a little bit about Jaylin, why don't we get into the
Let's
Oh,
get
gosh.
into it.
the
I'm
whole
actually
show? I'm
scared.
actually
I'm
scared. Wait,
actually
how many
nervous.
questions are there?
There's a lot, so you don't need to yap for time. There's a lot of questions,
Okay.
so don't even worry.
Caleb, you might have to like cut us off and watch
I'm
the
gonna
time.
start
Okay, I
with
will.
these
Yeah.
are starting off chill. I
Okay.
mean, some get pretty deep, not too controversial,
Okay.
um,
Not
Good.
too controversial.
but
But a little.
controversial enough to listen.
Oh
Okay,
gosh.
because
Oh
these are gonna
my.
be good. These are
Okay.
gonna be juicy.
Okay.
All right,
Mhm.
question 1, starting off chill. Apple Maps or Google Maps?
Apple.
Apple. That's
All right.
Okay,
Easy
if it's
Apple.
Google, that's weird.
Okay,
I feel
I
like-
agree.
It gives the same vibe as just like Android user. Like you
Yeah.
can do
Yeah.
an upgrade. Like it's okay.
I agree,
Yeah.
but I have several friends and family who strongly argue
Why?
for
Oh,
Google.
how?
They think it's better. I don't understand. We're gonna disregard.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Awesome.
Good one.
Next question. This I actually got in an argument with someone today about.
Oh,
and
okay.
I got in an argument about it a week ago for like 20 minutes. When you flush the toilet, do you use your hand or your foot?
A
Your
combination.
foot?
Actually, a combination.
Okay.
That's a valid question.
Okay, depending on where, depending on the context. of
Yeah,
the-
if I'm in a public
Mhm.
place, I will use my foot
Thank
because
you.
I do not want to
Thank
touch.
you.
I don't want to touch the handle because it's
Finally.
like dirty. You don't know who like has
Yeah.
wiped their butt and then like put their dirty hand on the handle. But if I'm at home, I'm gonna use my hand.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever flushed the toilet with my foot. I really don't think
You
I've ever
should.
high kicked after I've peed.
Vanessa, think
It's
about
not a high kick.
how
It's
many
sanitary.
shoes are on that handle
I
that
yeah,
you have
but
to
I
now
mean,
touch.
it's okay. Like it's not like I'm like disagreeing. Like that's a great thought process, but I'm also immediately washing my hands, so it doesn't matter what
But- For
But-
how long?
But like, think
Because if it's under 20 seconds, your
You're
argument's
screwed.
invalid.
why?
Because it doesn't kill all the germs.
It
Now you
doesn't.
have all this toilet bacteria and shoe on your hands.
Shoe bacteria. I
Oh.
actually did an experiment last year in microbiology,
What?
and
She's
I
got
swabbed.
science.
I swabbed the bottom of my shoe, and I did a little thingy thing, and I grew the bacteria. There was a lot that I did not even get close to recognizing. There's so much
Dang.
bacteria, like especially because my shoes were from 8th grade. Like I wore those shoes for 4 years. You have no idea how much bacteria is on there, especially if people.
Maya K.
Well, it's the fact that like 2 people out of the 3 people or however many people are in this room have done it. Multiple other people have also flushed the toilet with their shoe. So you're touching shoe.
Maybe I'm in the wrong.
Poop,
Hey, I'm
pee,
not really
toilet.
passionate. I've never even heard of someone doing it with their foot. So
But still, now you know.
period.
Are you
queen.
serious?
Yeah, I've actually never. I
Wow.
didn't even know that was a debate.
Wow.
Caleb, do you flush the toilet with your foot?
Well, he's a guy.
I
If
know,
I'm,
but
like,
still.
feeling frisky, then yeah.
Oh.
But
Feeling
But, like,
risky is
no.
crazy.
But when it's next to the urinal, wouldn't you have to like high kick?
I'm never doing that.
Okay.
But most urinals are motion detection.
what in the world?
Yeah, so I don't have to touch anything.
Bougie, all right. Okay,
Interesting. That was pretty chill. I learned something.
So
new.
basically,
this
Maybe I'll start.
question
just be careful.
is good.
Be careful with what you do.
What are your thoughts on Chipotle?
Stop. We literally talked about this yesterday.
I love
I
Chipotle.
love Chipotle's
I think Chipotle and Qdoba are mid.
That
I think
is
I
so
like
unfortunate,
Qdoba
bro.
more than Chipotle actually.
How can you like say that and be okay with
MJ
yourself?
said that today,
What,
and
that they're
I
mid?
almost vomit.
Have you ever like tasted like? Do you know what one tastes like and what the other tastes like?
I've had both.
Okay, so
I
how
like
are you gonna
Qdoba
say
more.
that?
Because
Because
Chipotle-
it's free. That's why. But that doesn't mean it tastes better.
Cause what's free? I have to buy it
Guac
still.
and queso.
Oh
with
yeah,
your-
for sure.
Brian Mueller bucks? It's basically free,
Well, no, because that's with my loans, but like, and that's I have
but
to
like
pay
it's
back
one of your
initially.
only options here.
Yeah, but I just don't like Chipotle.
Okay,
But like why?
I like.
there was a Chipotle
I
across
can't
from
tell
my
you.
high school. I would eat it a lot, and then when I came to GCU, I was like, wait, maybe I like Qdoba better. I was deceived.
yeah.
But I was like, maybe I like it better because it's like it sat better with me. I hadn't had it before. Maybe the order was just like a really good batch that day.
Mhm.
Then I started having worship meetings at Chipotle every week.
Oh.
And then
you
I
can
went
taste the difference.
then I
bro.
went back to Qdoba. I couldn't eat it.
Yeah.
I threw it away.
Mm-hmm.
It literally is like night and day.
Yeah,
Like the
it's
quality of
actually
I
food,
insane.
disagree.
the freshness
You need
of
to try
vegetables,
again, dude.
No, I have to disagree.
the sour cream and guac.
Mm-hmm.
way different.
Yeah.
The seasoning,
The
way
rice.
more
Can we
quality.
start at the rice?
Yeah.
The rice. So different.
Yeah.
Like, Chipotle's has flavor.
Mhm.
Whatever the frick, it's Qdoba. It's like this freaking
had-
white rice with some green sprinkles.
I've had many Qdoba experiences where I'm like, wow, this is really good and very flavorful.
Then go to Chipotle and you'll be blown away. Because
I've
Yeah.
been to Chipotle.
no. When you went
I
to
could
Chipotle,
eat
it was
it
with
every
Gracie,
day.
right?
It was with
We were in the
Gracie,
mall?
and I also went with my friends back home.
Okay, try it again.
No.
Like, try Qdoba
I
and
don't
then
want
try... Guys, on the podcast, if you want us to bring
Bruh.
a Qdoba bowl and a Chipotle bowl,
Dude.
like, I'm telling you, the difference is astronomical.
Yeah.
They taste the
is.
same to me. I literally
is.
said that. We got it on my birthday last year. I said to everyone, this tastes like Qdoba. It tastes the same to me.
I'm so sorry.
What's your order? Don't say chicken, because if it's chicken, that's your first problem. Is it chicken?
Yes.
Well, it should be steak. All right, next question.
What?
Next question.
What in the world?
Wait,
Because that
Caleb,
was
really
me,
quick, what
and
do you
I
think?
thought the same thing, and then I switched to
I've
steak,
only had
and that's
Chipotle
why.
once,
I do like
and that was
steak.
like
Steak at
a very long
Chipotle,
time ago.
Oh, Caleb.
it's so scrum.
And I don't
Gosh.
eat.
All right,
I
next
don't
I
eat
like how we're
Qdoba
having
either.
two separate conversations here. Let's
Guys, so
let's
bad.
backtrack.
Guys, we need to bring a Chipotle bowl and a Qdoba bowl here and eat it. Seriously.
We need to backtrack on what you guys said. What did
Caleb
you guys say?
has said that he only ate a Chipotle once. It was a long time ago, so he can't say.
Jaylin and I agreed that we like steak.
okay.
Yeah. So,
All right, when you think it's appropriate to listen to Christmas music?
November.
November. Slightly before Christmas break. Or not Christmas break, Thanksgiving break.
yeah.
Before Thanksgiving.
Yes.
You guys both agree on that?
Yes.
Okay. Fair. I did not cause any heat. All right. Starbucks or Dutch?
Starbucks.
Starbucks. I used to work
Dutch?
at Starbucks, but I still have to say Starbucks.
Dutch.
Okay.
Dutch is good, but it's really sugary, and I feel like I don't know.
It's really sugary, but it all tastes the same at the same time.
Yeah, Dutch doesn't. I feel like they don't have that much of a variety. Like every drink I've ever
No.
gotten at Dutch, it tastes the same.
Well, unless you get like a coffee or an energy drink.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. The Red Bulls, like the Red Bull flavoring overpowers like all the flavors.
Yeah.
though. So it's like they all just taste like Red Bull and they all just
Yeah,
taste
true.
like coffee.
True.
Yeah.
It's like there's no variety here. You go to
Mm.
Starbucks, you can get so many
True.
different things.
Yeah.
And the
I
line
agree.
at Dutch is actually always so long, and I just
It's
get
crazy.
frustrated and really
Mm.
mad.
Yeah.
And at Starbucks, they're fast, and I can mobile
Yeah.
order if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I feel like we just educated our viewers on that one.
Yeah.
Do you? Okay.
Oh gosh.
Do you guys hide your likes on Instagram? Why or why not?
Can you hide your likes?
Yeah.
You
Like,
can hide your likes
With reels?
Not with reels. I
Or
don't
what?
think-
No.
With
I mean, you
posts.
wouldn't really with reels.
I don't think so. With post, you can just have a heart and then a comment box. It won't say like heart 250
It'll just be
comment
like-
box.
Like this person and others.
Mhm.
Oh, then I didn't even know you could.
Didn't
Mhm.
even know. Have you?
I don't. Why don't I? Because I like to know how many likes I get.
Oh
Not
my
in,
gosh.
not in a toxic way,
Yeah.
but I'm just
Right.
like, oh yeah, like 200 people liked my post.
Yeah.
Period. It's not like I don't ever do it to compare and be like, why didn't I get like 305? Like
Yeah.
I don't really care.
300.
No,
105.
honestly, that's good though, because if you were to get like 20 likes, you're like, okay.
Yeah, I
What
feel
ifs?
like. Do you wait before I say this?
Mhm.
Do you hide yours or not?
Okay, let me tell you why.
Okay.
I know
Okay.
I'm not like super heated about it.
Yeah.
I hide my likes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think that like most people I know or see
Mhm.
hide their likes.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, if I unhide my likes, then people are gonna think like, oh, she just wants to show off her likes.
Mhm.
But that's just me.
I
It's
think
not, like,
I think it's actually I think I'm being more transparent and
Yeah.
honest by showing how many likes I get.
yeah.
And I
that's
feel
so
like
real.
it's like if you're hiding them, it's like it's giving you do Instagram for likes because it's like
Mm.
I'm doing
If
it
you do hide them?
if you do hide them because it's like you post it and you're like I want all these likes, but at the same time whatever I get isn't really gonna be good enough, so I'm gonna hide them so no one ever really knows.
Mm.
And by me saying my
Okay,
likes, it's
wow.
kind of
Didn't
like
think about that.
it's
Me
kind of like
either.
I'm unashamed that maybe I get likes that you think are good or that you think are bad, but I'm just gonna pull it out on the table. This is how many likes I get. So be it, and I'm gonna keep posting.
Dang. Okay, I didn't think about it.
I feel like it's
that.
more
I
of a
think
statement
that
to show
this
them.
is way too deep for me, and I just really don't care at
That's
all. But you know what I
Yeah.
do care about? I wish that I could hide my likes on reels
Why?
because my For You page is actually insane. It's all like brain rot, really, really bad things. Not like
you
actually
mean like
bad.
the ones that you
Oh,
like?
yes,
Not
yes.
when you post
No,
a reel.
Like when I like
Oh.
reels, I
Just don't like them.
Well,
I just don't like any.
well, I do like. Well, I know I control what I like.
Yeah.
But it's like I wish I could just like everything like on TikTok because I think it's so funny. So I want to go back and rewatch it eventually one day.
But then you're like, oh shoot, this person's gonna see that I
Yeah,
like this and
yeah.
think I'm a psychopath.
So then I'm like,
Yep.
I have to not like this
Yeah.
one. So sometimes I just put it in my favorites.
Okay.
I learned
Okay.
my lesson the hard
That's what
way.
I do.
I learned my lesson the hard way with
Oh.
liking stuff on reels
Oh.
and then not liking them because I had this one guy. We had this thing for a
Oh.
long time.
Oh, boy.
This makes
And
me angry.
One
This
of the,
makes me
one
angry.
of the ways I liked a reel that was very girl coded that had to do with girl things that it's
Yeah.
like this
Yeah.
should never pop up on a guy's page. It
Right.
wasn't like inappropriate, but like for a guy to be commenting on it, it was.
It's
you know
a
what I'm
little
saying?
weird.
It was weird. And he sent like I cut him out of my life and he kept trying to slide back into my DMs and that was my last straw and one of the ways that he tried was sending me this
That reel.
that was low key like it wasn't inappropriate.
It's not inappropriate. It's just really weird for a guy
It's
to be
about
commenting
periods,
on.
okay?
Yeah.
So that you guys don't assume and like
Basically-
put words in my mouth.
What was
Yeah.
he like me when I remember
No, no,
girls
no.
have their periods?
No,
No,
he
he was
literally
like-
sent it to me and he goes, "Oh, so I see you can relate
Yeah,
About
it was weird.
about periods."
like, of course I can relate.
and I was
do you
like,
think I'm in
and so I literally said,
What did you say?
like what?
"No, it was so weird. Like it's like he was trying too hard." And I was like, "The fact that you keep running from one girl to the next and you still don't know anything about periods is embarrassing."
It is embarrassing.
Like, are you
Did
kidding
you say
me?
that to him?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I was like, that's
weird.
like
That's like
it like
that's
creeped me
creepy.
out. I was like, why are
It's
you
weird.
Why is this on your page? First of all, second of all, why are you saying that I liked it and then sending it to me and be
Like
like,
she
"Oh, so
already
you can
saw
relate."
it. She already saw it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
well, yeah.
it was
you can
weird.
you can see that she liked it. You can see that she saw it. You can see that she relates, and you know that she relates because she's a girl. So why don't you just shut up? Because
Yeah.
you don't need your
Yeah.
input.
That's weird.
Right.
Wow. Okay.
Anyways, weird. Don't do that,
Anyways,
guys.
That's really
That's
odd.
not how you
Please
slide
be
into someone's
normal.
DMs. Is by sending them the reel they like to be like, you
About
can relate.
periods.
Yeah, that's weird.
Stop,
Anyways,
please.
Caleb, you would never do that, right?
No. That's
Caleb is the
really
standard.
weird.
Yeah.
Once
right?
again, Caleb is the standard.
Caleb's the standard, bro.
Good job, Caleb.
Thanks.
All right. Okay, this is another question about your interest in guys. Okay.
Oh,
Would you rather have a significant other who makes you laugh, like the funny guy,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or a more serious guy, but with gentle love?
Well, can
What do
you
you
know
mean
what I'm
by
talking
gentle
about?
love?
Wait, is that not on your
Can
For
the
You
funny guy
page?
have
Is that not
gentle
on your
love too?
algorithm?
No.
Gentle love is like when they're just so sweet and they'll like bring you flowers and give you a hug and they're just like, oh.
Can the
Are
funny
you?
guy not?
Yeah.
have
Are you
like
implying
very-
that the funny guy doesn't?
It's like
gentle love?
it's like they're dominant in one or the other.
So
It's
you're
like
either
it's like
funny-
the serious guy is not very funny, but he'll like get you flowers and like make sure you're taken care of. But like the funny guy, maybe less. He's not as thoughtful, but he's just like super funny.
I would pick serious and gentle love.
Okay.
That's a really hard question
I
for me
know.
because my
The right answer is you should have a standard with both.
well,
Oh,
yes,
forget
I
it,
was gonna
Jaylin.
say
Trick
But
question.
if you had to,
I would definitely pick serious
no.
serious and gentle love because I think like the little things are super sweet. And then I also think about like how opposites attract. And it's like if I have like a super like funny outgoing guy
Yeah.
and I'm already like overbearing personality.
and you're
like,
already like the
super
funniest person.
outgoing. Well, no. I don't even think I'm that
I
funny.
do.
But I think if we have two really strong personalities, like
Yeah.
I want someone to off-put me
Yeah.
and be like that more shy, quiet, gentle, but then you open up to me kind of person and then we have our own type of humor. Like it doesn't matter. Honestly,
So-
it doesn't matter if anyone else understands our humor as long as I think he's funny and he thinks I'm funny. I don't care what anyone else says. So even if he's not the world's funny, anyways.
So going back to our first ever episode,
Yeah.
once again, you just want to pick out an introvert and get to know them on a personal level.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
There
you're
you
right.
go. But my answer to this question is I can't pick because I
You
no,
have
no,
just
no,
for the
no,
sake
no,
of the
no, no,
question.
no, listen. Because
Okay.
I am praying. I am praying for a man from the Lord that is so funny and can banter with me because if you can't banter with
Yeah.
me, it's just not going to work.
I agree.
And if you
I
can't
agree.
make me laugh, it's not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
But also, like, thinks about the little things. Like, I am praying for a man like that.
Yeah.
So I genuinely can't pick.
Yeah.
If you have to though, just for the
If I
sake of the
absolutely had to, I might go with the serious guy because, like, if you're, I don't know.
It's the little
because
things.
it's the little things
Yeah.
that like really matter. Like if you're not as funny, it's whatever, but at least you truly care about me and you're gonna show me that. If you're funny and you just don't care about anything, it's also that's gonna be
That's
really, really hard.
unattractive. Like
It
if
is
someone thinks they're
unattractive.
so funny and then on top of that is like thinks that they are just like
But what
the
if,
funniest person ever
okay,
and
but
like
maybe they don't
forgetful.
think they are. Like
That's
sometimes
even
What
worse.
if they
Okay,
just are
No,
the
because
funniest
sometimes
person?
guys are just like, okay, let me give you an example.
Okay.
Well, okay, like the class clown
Yeah.
vibe.
Right.
But when I used to say, like pre-ret, that I like wanted a funny guy,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Like, well, obviously I wanted both, but I like was attracted to like someone with a sense of humor, who could like
Yeah.
laugh with me. Then when me and Rhett became friends, like he would always absolutely roast me, like flame me, which sounds toxic of me, but I was like, wow. Guys have never talked to me that way before. Because all the guys who were like pursuing me would be like, oh my gosh, you're so pretty. Like, I love you. I want blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Yeah.
And it was just like, lay off me. Like, it was
Yeah.
just too much.
Yeah.
But he was like, he would just tell me how it was. And then when I got to know him, he was literally the full package. Like, he was super serious and like did all the little things too. So that was so.
And I think
Basically, I love Rhett. But
there you go.
but the point of this is like, initially.
Yeah. And I love that though because I love when someone can be super, super outgoing. This is literally about the introvert opening up to
Yeah.
you thing.
It
But I love
is.
it that like when it's just the two of us that we can sit there and you can put on a serious switch and we can have deep conversations. Because even with
that's
my
true.
personality type, the ENFP, like literally something about like relationships and friendships is like that personality type like craves for intimacy in friendship. And if there isn't that, then it's like it's unfulfilled.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So it's scientific, like really like based
Wisdom.
on how the way that I am.
There you go.
I don't even know what letters. I think I took it one time. I don't
I
get
think
it.
I'm INFP, but I don't know.
I think you are because I think we had the same last three,
I
but then
think
I'm
so.
extrovert, you're introvert.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
okay,
what it
that
is.
makes sense.
Yeah.
But
That's a
yeah.
good question.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Serious guy
Maybe
that
I'll
thinks about the little
force
things.
Rhett to take it so we can like take
There-
the personalities.
Sure.
Yeah.
See if we collide, and if we don't, he's for the street. No.
Oh.
I'm kidding. Okay. Do you think that social media is causing more harm or more good?
Harm.
Hmm.
I think harm a lot.
As you post this on YouTube. I'm just
Well,
Yeah,
no,
right.
well, yeah, but like, I've just even in my own personal life, like when I took a break from social media, like all social media for a month, I felt so good. I felt like I could connect more with other people because I wasn't on my phone constantly worrying about what other people were saying, what they were doing. Like I had no idea. I just went about my life and did what I needed to do, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then when I got Instagram back and like all these other things back, now I'm like back to where I was, where it's like I'm always on my phone. It's like I think, especially with little kids too, like when they're always on their iPad. I hate iPad
Oh,
kids. Like I
yeah,
cannot
that's
do
so annoying.
iPad kids at all. My kids are not gonna have like electronics. Sorry, I glitched. My kids are not gonna have electronics until like they need them.
Amen.
Like when they're in sports, when they need like pick like rides from school.
Yeah.
But even then, when I give them a phone, I'm gonna be like, you can't have social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think
So-
it depends because I have like I would say a healthier, not healthy, because I don't think anyone can have a true healthy relationship with social media, really. But I think I have a healthier relationship with social media just because I got it later in my life. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't grow up Snapchatting, Instagramming. Like, I wasn't allowed to have any of that kind of stuff. So when I did get it, I had heard so many times, like, this is bad. Don't do this. Don't do XYZ. This is bad. This is how you get addicted. So many times that
Yeah.
I was just like, it was ingrained in my brain. And I wasn't on social media when they were telling me for me to be rolling my eyes and being like, well, I have social media since whatever. Like, it was all things like I was intaking. So by the time I got it, which was May of my junior year of high school, I think I had a good basis in who I was, like who Vanessa Torres was.
Yeah.
And so I was like confident in myself. So I never posted for like likes. I posted because I wanted an
wanted to,
aesthetic
yeah.
Instagram, and like I think like I don't know, like making posts on Instagram for me is fun. Like I'm the head of the social media department. here for worship arts. And it's just fun for me to be creative and use that as like a creative outlet.
Yeah.
And I love it. Like I YouTube, I podcast, obviously, Instagram, all this stuff. And I love being creative in that way and being
Yeah.
aesthetic and taking pictures and being like, oh, I'm going to craft together this really pretty post. Not because I want a certain amount of likes, but because I don't know. It's like the way that I'm creative. It's like my
Yeah.
art form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's good if it's a creative outlet, but I do see how reels are addicting and I do not
Yeah.
have to be on them as much as I am. And how sad it is when kids get exposed to it way too young. And like
Yeah.
seeing now, because now we're kind of seeing like how those kids are growing up.
Yeah.
And it's sad when
It
people
is.
like cannot sit without a phone, or like there's like a moment of silence and you need to
Yeah.
pick up a phone, and it's like you can just like sit
Just
and
be
like
present
breathe.
with each other and
Yeah.
just like, I don't know, just enjoy each other's presence.
Yeah. So I think
But-
it's hard because addiction to anything is bad, right?
Yeah.
So obviously social media, when you look at it and you're like, well, you can become addicted. Well, you can also become addicted to a lot of things.
Yeah.
But for people that aren't addicted to that specific thing, it's not like, well, it's bringing more harm than good. Like, not necessarily, you know? So,
Okay, what's our run time? I might
We have,
skip
like,
some
20
lame
minutes.
questions.
Okay.
Do you guys want to, like, from your experience, because I know you went to a private school, is that what is considered
yeah.
Yeah.
private school? Do you want to homeschool your kids, send them to private school, or send them to public school?
Absolutely
I am
no
anti-homeschool.
No homeschooling whatsoever.
Anti-homeschool.
No.
I'm so sorry. I could never,
talked about this many times.
ever homeschool
We've
my
talked about this a
children.
ton.
No.
you homeschool?
Yes, Phil
Never,
is homeschooled. He's
ever
in the room.
homeschool.
I have nothing
Sorry,
against
Phil.
people that are homeschooled.
No.
I have a lot of homeschooled friends. I
Yeah.
would never homeschool a
Because
child.
of you, or do you think it's bad?
I personally disagree with it, but also my mother's in education, and so we're very like
Me too.
education oriented. Like this is super super important. Like you like not only at school are you learning
Yeah.
actual topics, you're learning life skills of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
communication and talking with people and problem solving.
But I would
and,
be careful with that because
Okay.
I have so many homeschool friends.
Mhm.
And, like, yes, they were quote unquote homeschooled.
Yeah.
But it's because there are certain districts that, like, their parents just didn't feel safe with sending them to the schools in that district. They didn't have another option.
Mhm.
They decided to homeschool them, or maybe it's to save money if you can't afford private
Yeah.
school and you can't send them to the public school district. I know a lot of families like that.
Yeah.
And then they go to a co-op, like, multiple times a week
Yeah.
with a ton of other kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Or,
good.
like, my friends from church, like, they're super involved in their church. They have a ton of community with other kids or youth groups. So, like, I don't know. I feel like there's
I think
like resources, or put them in sports.
Yeah, and I think at least I'm a little biased because Wisconsin has a school choice program, so you can go to private school for free.
Yeah.
Are you
So-
serious?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's a law that was passed, and you can pick to go if you want to go to a private school. You have every right to go to a
You're
private school.
joking.
Yeah. So if
I
you
had to pay.
yeah, well, I had to pay too. Like if you don't, if you
Yeah, me
if your
too.
income is too high,
Oh, okay.
like it's like a certain like
Yeah.
line. So like it's basically like if
crazy.
you can't afford to go, like actually like financially, like you can go through the Wisconsin school choice
Dang.
program.
For free.
Yeah, but like I didn't qualify, so like we had to pay the
Me
money to
either.
go. But no, I think I see so much value in going to school, being in a classroom for 8 hours a day. Even though kids hate it, I don't care. Like you learn so much. Also, getting bullied, great concept. Come for me. I was bullied all through grade
Wait,
school. All through
I think that's
middle
a
school.
little aggressive to say. I don't think
Okay.
being bullied is a good thing at all,
Okay,
but
well-
you grow from it.
Wait,
There's a
you
lot
should
of growth
clarify
that comes.
what you mean by
What?
bullied. Were you
Okay.
getting beat up
No,
physically every
not
day?
that. Not
Mentally
abused. I'm
abused,
not saying
yeah.
abused,
Like,
but
be
a little like
careful with what you say.
like going to school and having a little enemy and having a little tiff, like helping you
Right.
grow from that
No,
and
just
get over
that's
that.
just like conflict.
yes,
not
Yeah.
necessarily
conflict,
bullying.
conflict.
Yeah.
Okay,
Conflict.
sorry, my
Because I would agree with that.
my private school definition of bullying. Okay, I was not abused. I was not shoved into lockers. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I mean by that. I mean like when you like when it's you and another girl and you guys are just like middle school girls and you're hormonal and you're
Yeah.
weird and you're going through puberty and you just hate each other. Like okay, then you get to learn how to overcome that, how to work with someone that you dislike
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you're forced to because you go to the same school with them 8 hours a day and you learn how to overcome that challenge.
Yeah.
I think that is a great and excellent thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like, and from someone who like that did happen to, like, I seriously like,
Wait.
wait,
Sorry.
Phil's holding up a sign.
Phil's
What is it?
holding up a sign that
Phil
says
says
never
never
co-op.
What does that
He
mean?
must have had a bad co-op.
Oh, never co-op. Oh, for the
One of my best
homeschools.
friends loved hers. Maybe
You're
it was.
putting a bunch of homeschoolers together.
Well, at least you
Wait,
guys
Phil,
have
talking
friends.
to the mic. We need to hear your experience from an actual like homeschooled kid.
So you're putting a bunch of homeschoolers together. They don't know how to act with each other at all.
Well, that's why you
So,
learn.
The thing is, no, it just makes them more awkward.
Okay.
Oh.
Because then they
Yikes.
talk,
Okay.
because then they only relate about homeschool stuff. I did
Oh.
my family joined
That's
co-op
valid.
when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And I got there and they treated me like I was the coolest guy around because I had like seen a PG-13 movie and
No.
it was
No.
co-ops
Okay.
are they
Dang.
can be good,
Yeah.
but most of the time with my experiences they have not
Dang.
been.
So
Dang.
this is a
I also-
controversial
But I also
topic. I feel like
I started working when I was 14 years old
yeah.
because I was homeschooled.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I was able to get into the workforce, having experiences with people I didn't
There
like.
is truth to when you're homeschooled, like you get through with your school so much faster. Homeschool kids are smart. They're
In-
smart.
in
They're
high
getting through
school,
school fast.
There was not a single day I spent more than 2 hours on my school.
yeah. That's
So-
how
Dang,
that's how
literally-
unproductive
that
school
like
is.
blows my
Crazy.
mind. But like here's the thing, another thing with like going to a physical high school, like you get the fun experience. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so fun. Like you get prom, you get homecoming, you get the
Yeah.
extracurriculars. Like I was a theater kid, guys. Like I would not trade my theater kid years for anything.
Yeah.
Like they were so awesome. Like every day after rehearsal or after school, going to rehearsal for so many hours and like being
Ugh.
so tired and then doing that. And then immediately after going to show choir rehearsal with the
Yeah.
same people and you're at school till 9 p.m. Like those experiences are unmatched.
Yeah.
Like that is
Yeah.
so much fun and you get to be a kid. Like you can be an adult and you can work for the rest of your life because that's
Yeah.
what you're going to do because that's how you make a living. But the years that you're actually a kid and you can have fun and you have like hopefully parents that are like supporting you like
Mhm.
financially to the point where you don't have to work to like like pay for bills. Like hopefully a
Yeah.
14-year-old is not helping support the family. Like if they are working it's for them
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah.
Well I've known people that like their parents make them
Actually?
work to support
That's
their
insane.
Yeah, it's
I
really
think-
toxic but
Yeah. I would agree because
Yeah.
I had an amazing experience in high school, which I
Yeah.
know is not always the case.
Mhm.
But I think it depends on. I think every kid is different,
Mhm.
and every context is different,
yeah.
and it depends where you live and what school district you have.
Yeah.
And
Like, and if you're in Chicago and like actually like
Right.
Chicago, and you don't want to send your kids to like possibly die every day,
Yeah.
it makes sense.
I mean, like I
think
went
it's
to school
valid.
in Aurora, and
Yeah.
there were some districts I would not.
Yeah.
Phil knows. Phil knows.
Yeah. Well, that's
So-
fair. I'm coming from a very probably shallow-minded Wisconsin point of view of education, where Wisconsin is not really
No, but there's truth to
dangerous.
what you're saying. It's like
Yeah.
there is a lot of value, and I think that goes into like so if you are homeschooled, go play a sport or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
no, one of my best friends was homeschooled. She had this like co-op thing, but it wasn't like considered a co-op, but it was called Greenhouse or something like that. Have you ever heard of that, Phil? It's in Illinois. I don't know. Okay, but she like had a great experience. She came to high school then, so she was homeschooled like through 8th grade. Came to high school, and like you, this sounds bad, but this everyone knows the homeschool stereotype. You would never know she was
Really?
homeschooled. No,
Period.
I probably see
Good.
more homeschooled than her.
I think you know what I think.
Okay.
I think it's important to at least go to some school for some point in your life. I think it's dangy when you are homeschooled. From
Dangy.
I think it is dangy.
I think if you're gonna homeschool your kid, at least send them to high school.
Yes, I think it's dangerous if you homeschool a child from 4 years old until they're 18 and then proceed to send them to GCU where it's already another bubble and then you are like, okay, fly.
You're just living in a
Yeah.
bubble
And then-
for your entire
right for your
life.
whole life. Like if you don't do anything and then your first experience of the world is
okay, we love
okay,
you.
but no, but Phil has other life experiences.
yeah, he
he's
doesn't
actually
count.
insane. He did things with his life. Okay,
Yes.
I'm talking about people who are hover parents
Yeah.
who keep their children locked down.
I would agree with
Send
that.
them to GCU, which is a bubble in and of it's a
Yeah, it
Christian
is.
bubble,
Right
and then your hover like parent child goes to GCU and then they try to go out into the world. They're gonna have the most insane culture shock of their whole life.
It's gonna be awful.
Like it's gonna be awful. Like don't do that to your kids. Like that's sad. Don't do that.
At least if you're gonna homeschool your kid for the beginning, at least send them to high school.
Yeah.
Because I feel like high school is when people like really get formed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, high school can be brutal.
Well, high school is when you're allowed to make mistakes
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then grow from them.
Yeah.
Because when you're 25, you're not allowed to make the mistakes that you made in high school
Right.
and expect everything to be okay. You're going to get fired from your job. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be able to fall and get back up in a safe space like high school
Yeah.
where, like,
Yeah.
you know
That's
what
a
I
good
mean?
point. Yeah.
Because you're still 14, so it's acceptable. You can't be going through your 14-year-old mind and
Yeah.
growth changes when you're 25.
Yeah.
You know?
Fair.
For sure, I definitely would not be the same person that I am now if I had not gone through high school
Oh,
and
yeah,
like experienced
definitely.
all the things that I
Yeah.
experienced. And like you said before, like it's genuinely just so fun.
Yeah.
Like I have
Yeah.
so many memories from high school.
Yeah. I don't think this has, I don't know if this has anything to do with being homeschooled, but I think it all circles around to the media and like everything we were talking about. I think that nowadays, like, people lack an ability to be uncomfortable
Yes.
because
Yeah.
like everything
Yes,
is just like
preach.
handed to them. I just think that society
You got this.
I just think that society tends to have a hard time with even like basic life skills.
Yeah.
Like they'll get super anxious to order at a restaurant and like make their friend go do it, or just get super anxious to communicate in general
Yeah.
with people. And that's like that's a problem.
Yeah.
That goes
It
back
is.
to the iPad kid.
Yeah.
It does. It
Yep.
really does. Please,
Which
you
leads
guys.
me into my
Ugh.
next question.
Okay.
Dating apps, yes or no?
No.
No.
Why are you not why
Well,
are you guys
because
agreeing
one-
on everything?
Well, we have morphed into the same person, like we said before. But
Yeah,
I
this
think
is weird.
I mean, you can. I think that there are some people that can find like their husband or their wife on a dating app if there are no other options.
Yeah.
for
I don't
them.
care what other people do.
No,
Me
I don't care what other people
personally.
do. But yeah, I hate the idea of like being like, hey, how did you meet your husband? Oh, on a dating app. I want to have like that cute like experience of like I met my husband this way. Like
Yeah.
this is so cute. And I just think it's more like it's more natural that way, especially
True.
like if you're friends first. I think it's really important to like be friends with the person that you're dating first to
Yeah.
get to know them
Yeah.
and then like how they work with
What
your
if-
friends too.
What if you're this podcast? Oh my gosh, speak. What if this podcast takes off and a dating app wants to sponsor you?
Then I'm going to say
No.
no.
What if it's like a Christian dating app?
I'd still say
I would
no.
still
Pay
say
you.
no.
Because where's your trust and faith in God? Like, pray.
Wow.
Wow. I mean, honestly, period.
But it's like
Dang.
you're putting yourself out there.
But
in
no
such a-
hate to the people who are like married.
No, I know some
my
people that are
grandparents,
married.
my grandpa and my step grandma met through a Christian dating.
Oh,
app,
I was
okay?
like,
so like I
Your
literally
grandpa in what year?
no step
makes sense.
grandma
Through
and
the
grandpa.
newspaper.
Guys,
They-
sorry,
you're
my
fine.
earring is caught.
You're fine. They met through a Christian dating app. They were happily married for like 25 years. Like
Yeah.
it can
Yeah.
work and it is possible. And I love my step grandma and I'm so glad that happened. For me personally, I do not want to put myself out there in a way that's like, date me.
Right.
Because
Mhm.
I want to present myself well. And here's the thing. A season of singleness is not intended for you to be in a waiting period. That's not what singleness is. Singleness is a time where you can be undivided attention on God and
Yeah.
serving God, and that's what the Bible says. It is not for you to be
Preach.
waiting around and
Yeah.
twiddling your thumbs and be like, so is he coming yet? So is he coming yet? That's not what it is. You are supposed to be so focused, undivided attention
Yeah.
on God. So when the right person comes, you like smack
You're
them all
ready
and you're
for
like,
it, yeah.
where did you come from? I'm so focused on God. I didn't even see this coming. You know what I mean? That's what I want. I don't want to
Yeah.
be put out on a dating app, going on casual dates, being like, maybe this will finally work. That was not God's design.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you
Wow.
do it, I mean, period, pop off. But that
Yeah,
is why
you do
I'm not
whatever
gonna
you
do it.
want, but definitely for me, absolutely not. I
Yeah.
did not.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Okay. Wow. So
Yeah.
hopefully you disagree on these last two.
Okay.
Otherwise, Kale's gonna have to help
We
me out.
got time for one more.
I forgot
Okay,
you
one
called
more?
Kale.
We do two more?
Two more.
Okay, we can do
Okay.
both.
They're
Okay.
simple. They should not take long.
I forgot that you called Caleb Kale. What a throwback, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my
You're
gosh.
Kale in my phone too.
That's
Aw.
actually crazy.
Honestly,
So sweet.
One time you guys said Caleb. You were telling me
Mhm.
a story of him, and I was like, "Who's Caleb?" All right. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
No.
Praise God. Praise God.
No.
I don't even need this debate.
No, it's
Thank
not.
you.
I think that's
and
a
for
dumb debate.
and for everyone who says yes, because do you say yes?
I didn't
Do
say
you
that.
think it's a sandwich?
Caleb, are you
No.
serious?
Miller.
It's not a sandwich.
Okay.
Okay.
Phil, do you?
Sandwich needs two
No,
pieces.
Stop.
the
Stop.
heck?
Stop.
It's not.
Phil,
We're not.
Phil, what's your favorite sandwich place? What's your favorite sandwich place to go and get
Into
a
the
sandwich?
mic, please.
Into the mic. On campus. I narrowed it down for you. You seem like
There
you were
you go.
struggling.
There are no hot dogs on campus, so your point
No,
is
your
Yes,
favorite
there-
sandwich place. Where do you go to get it when you're craving a sandwich? Where do you go?
on campus.
Yes.
Jimmy John's.
Does Jimmy John sell hot dogs? I don't think so,
You tell
Phil.
me, does Jimmy John cut their bread into two pieces?
No, they
or
don't.
is it one
Do they
piece?
sell hot dogs?
No.
Does
they-
Jimmy John sell
they
hot
do
dogs?
Guys,
All right.
guys, I'm getting stressed out.
Not a valid point.
No, I think that is a valid point. I don't know of any sandwich places that sell hot dogs.
Nope. It's because it's not true. You can go to Shake Shack and you know
It's
what it says
its
on the
own
outside?
thing.
It says hot dogs. It doesn't say sandwiches.
Yeah, they're not in the
Yeah.
same category at all.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
It's its own
All
thing.
right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Free and easy.
last question. Out of these 3 breakfast foods, we're ending on a high note.
Okay.
Oof.
Rate them. Okay.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Pancakes, waffles, French toast. Then there's a follow-up. Okay.
Okay.
First of all, pancakes, waffles, French toast.
You go first, Maya.
Probably in that order.
Mhm.
Pancakes, waffles.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say so.
You?
French toast is like a toss-up, honestly. It depends who makes it. Because sometimes people make it taste like
Yeah.
just bread.
If it was
And
like
sometimes
the,
people make it and it's like, oh,
but if
this
it
is
was like the
bust.
best
Best of
of
all
the 3
these
of all of them, like
Okay.
your favorite.
waffles,
Mhm.
French toast, pancakes.
Okay.
Oh, that's a sin.
I would
think.
say that literally. I would say literally like waffles, pancakes, French toast.
So we all have a
So
different
we all have
answer.
different.
I think
Interesting.
you're fine. You're wrong.
Why is it a sin?
Well, I just don't like French toast that much.
I'm so happy you finally disagree.
I think that just is so incorrect in my head.
Lay
Like,
it on me.
well, first of all, I've never really had French toast growing up as much.
Okay.
I just feel like it's a very uncommon breakfast thing. Is that
Okay,
weird?
so
So your
you don't like French
childhood
toast.
was
What's
sad.
wrong with waffles?
Waffles is fine.
Oh.
You can I don't care if you like pancakes or waffles better.
The
but
argument
French
is the
toast,
French toast.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not that passionate about French toast to argue about it, but go to there's like a diner that makes like filled French toast with like cream cheese inside the French toast, and then
But
if
you're
you put
still
some
gonna
powdered
pick
sugar
that over
on
a
it.
pancake?
Yup.
No.
Pancakes are like I just think of like flapjack. Like you just want to smack someone. It's like a
I
tortilla.
think but the
like,
way that you make
what?
French toast is you soak bread in egg.
I love
Really?
soggy food.
Yes.
Do you know me?
Yeah,
at all,
that's
Maya
disgusting.
Cardula?
She likes to eat.
I
Stop. Okay,
love
stop.
soggy
She
food.
likes to eat her
That is
cereal.
weird.
Her favorite cereal
That's
is what is it? Fruity
Fruity
Pebbles.
You wait
And
till they get
she
soggy.
lets it sit in the milk until it is soggy, and then she's like, "Oh, this is my perfect cereal."
Ah!
So I think that argument
Criminal.
that is so
And
bad.
you know what?
Criminal.
And you know what? I would pick soggy
No.
Fruity Pebbles above all 3 of those.
No,
Yes,
no,
you would.
no,
You
no, no.
Guys, you don't understand. It is
This topic actually makes me rage. Like there was one time I
No.
was shut
Tell me how
up.
you feel, Maya.
I
Tell
am
me how
about
you
to.
feel.
I'm about to. There's this one time that I got something from Fresh Fusion and it got soggy because it sat in the mobile
Yeah.
order
Eat
for
that.
way too
Literally
long.
throw it
Yeah.
away.
I was like, "Oh, my sandwich is gonna be soggy." Vanessa goes, "Good." She goes, "I'm glad that your sandwich is soggy because that's the best way to eat your
That is
sandwich."
the blessing.
No!
Blessing.
No!
Like, you go to Subway and you let your sandwich soak in that bread and you eat it. It's like mush.
I literally go to Jimmy John's and I say no oil and vinegar because I don't want that John to be soggy.
No,
Wait,
absolutely
do
not.
you just love Panera bread bowls then?
I
That's
never.
like so-
that's
that's
not
like
what I
the
get, but I
only
dip my
acceptable thing
sandwiches
now.
in the soup.
And
Any-
just I bet you stirred around, let it melt in there.
Any
Probably dropping into her
No, this is
soup
gonna
when
make
she's
me
eating
gag.
her sandwich
This is
soup.
Any way to
No.
make food more moist than it already is a win.
You did not just say that.
Oh, you guys, Fruity Pebbles,
Absolutely.
Fruity. Let me tell you the
not.
right way to make it.
No,
You get a
I
top-
already told them what you like, and we
want
don't need to
the
hear it
milk
again.
first and after. She's probably both and.
I do.
Ugh.
I do.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'll eat like 2. That's what I was gonna explain. Tupperware, big Tupperware container that
Tupperware.
That top-
That's
probably-
another sin.
that top of probably deli meat came in. Fruity Pebbles, milk. Let it sit for 5 minutes. When it's consistent.
deli meat? Why a deli meat container?
No, this is like
You
the
know when you
ultimate
sit in the
sin.
morning-
This is the unforgivable sin, I think.
You know when you sit and eat cereal in the morning and you like have your box of cereal out just in case to like top it off?
Yes.
No, Vanessa's doing that with the milk. She's topping up the cereal every bite with milk.
No, listen. And then you let it sit on the counter, and when it's a
Canner. You let it sit on the canner.
you let it sit on the counter, and then when you can take a spoon to it and cut it like it's cake because it's so moist and stuck together.
Are you actually serious?
Then you literally cut it up and you eat those slices and in your mouth. Listen, when it's in your mouth, you press the tongue against the roof of the mouth.
This just keeps getting
This is
worse
diabolical.
and worse and worse.
And then once you have it done, and if there's a little bit of milk still left in that bowl, then pour more Fruity Pebbles in to finish up that milk.
Okay,
and
so
probably
we're
add a
gonna
little
end the
bit-
podcast here.
Okay.
That was good for today.
Actually, like,
she needs to be cut
This
off.
is actually, I don't know what to do.
This is crazy. Maya's
Soggy
not going to
food.
be able to sleep
I've
tonight.
never heard it
They're
this, to
probably
this extent.
not going to be roommates anymore. Everything that they said in their first episode, they take it back
That is crazy.
because this is just
Dude, I'm
I
fiending for
seriously
some Fruity
don't
Pebbles
think-
right now.
I don't. Well, good thing
That's
that they're
devious,
good thing that
Vanessa.
they're like
That-
banned now.
ugh,
Aren't they like not on the market anymore?
How?
Fruity Pebbles.
They're I
because
heard
of
that-
you. You probably
is because
banned
of
them
you.
off the market.
I've never heard it to this extent before.
Dude.
First of all, I've never watched her eat her cereal because I don't want to. Second of all, the fact that you confidently said you slice your cereal like a cake
Maya, probably
and you
because
press
when
it to the roof of your mouth
Yeah,
is
that's so
crazy.
bad. Who presses soggy? That's like taking peanut butter and just like spreading it on the roof of your mouth. That's probably what she does.
It doesn't get stuck.
Oh, I bet it does.
It's milk.
It probably does.
She
It probably is still
she's
in your
probably
molars
eating her
right now.
cereal, doing her routine when you're sitting on the floor, and that's why you don't see
Did you
it.
guys
Oh,
not
that's
love?
probably
Did you
true.
guys eat Captain Crunch when you guys were kids?
No,
With
I
the
don't like
berries.
Captain
Didn't
Crunch.
I like
you
the
love
berries.
getting your mouth cut up like?
All right, we're done. We're done. That was taking out the
What
trash.
in the world? Wait, don't you have a
Caleb, do you know what I'm talking about?
I can't.
No.
I want to hear
What's
it.
your follow-up?
I don't
I'm
want
gonna say the follow up, and she's gonna say if it's soggy.
Oh
I want to hear
god.
it. I want to hear it.
Okay, the follow up is breakfast dessert: crepes, donuts, or cinnamon rolls.
I've only had a crepe twice.
Not crepes.
I like crepes though. I do like them.
Someone's tweaking.
not crepes. I
What?
honestly would probably say donut,
Wait, what was the other one?
but it
And
has to
then
be.
what?
It has to be filled. Oh, donut, cinnamon
roll.
roll, crepe. But the donut has to be filled, bro.
Oh. No, cinnamon roll,
Okay.
donut crepe. Because my aunt makes the
Your
best.
aunt.
My aunt.
Your aunt.
My aunt. My aunt.
That's
makes,
a controversy
Can
in
you-
itself.
Stop. My aunt makes the best cinnamon rolls ever. They're so,
Oh, no.
so good. And cinnamon rolls in general are just amazing.
Wow.
Good.
Donuts I can live without. Crepes I have
Oh,
only had twice.
I couldn't.
I love donuts when they're filled, bro. Should we stop
Oh,
or is
that's
everything
probably
okay?
because she likes it soggy.
Anyways, my camera's dead, guys. So sorry if you're watching on YouTube. My loves that love my camera.
So why are you talking if your camera's dead?
boy. All right. Anyways,
I'm kidding. Yeah, her camera died, so we have to outro. Outro.
Outro.
We have to, we have to
Outro
outro.
this, John.
Yes.
Well,
But
guys,
anyway,
Jalen, thank you so much for
Jaylin.
being
thank
here.
you so
you're
much
the
for
best.
having
Those were
me.
great questions.
It was a privilege to be on this podcast.
Did you have
truly.
fun?
I had so much. I had
Good.
a blast.
I'm glad.
Good.
I had a blast.
I'm glad.
That was
Yeah.
so amazing and spectacular.
Thank you for
Yeah.
having me. Go subscribe. Go.
Go follow her on
Follow.
Oh
YouTube.
my gosh. Hi,
No,
it's
I
still
meant
Maya's
today.
camera.
World. Why? Why are you taking my camera away?
Let's
Perfect.
freaking go, guys.
Go
Okay.
follow them. Go subscribe to Taking Out the Trash.
Yes,
Don't forget
please.
to take out your trash.
Please.
Yeah, and Jalen has YouTube too,
I have
so
a
you
YouTube.
I was
can
just
check
about
out
to
her
say
I
that.
have
She's
an
stealing
Instagram.
everything that I
I
said
have a
again.
And your
TikTok.
camera.
Everything that I ever say, Vanessa likes to steal it. So, anyways, thank you for coming. I might as well just be a Vanessa podcast at this point.
Oh yeah, sure.
All right, let me
I
just
wouldn't be
self
opposed.
promo real quick while
Dude.
they argue. I got a Apple
she
Music.
already
I
has
got
a camera,
Spotify.
Oh yeah,
I got
Jalen
music.
puts out music.
I got
Oh, yeah,
music
she
on all
does.
platforms. Me and my boyfriend are coming out with a song called Chore
There you
next
go.
month.
Yay.
So my name's Jaylin Hope. Go
When
follow.
this episode comes out, your Canyon Worship song should also be out.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
really? I don't even know when it's coming out. Phil would know.
Got
Jaylin
lots of-
Hope is my name.
Yes.
Follow her on
That's
everything.
pretty much it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Guys,
Anyways,
love you
Well,
both.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
for
having
being
me.
here.
love you.
I love you, Jalen. So this has been, guys, the taking. You gotta do it with me.
Well, you are going to do it anyway, so
No, together. Yeah. This has been the
taking out the
Taking
trash,
Trash
podcast.
podcast.
That was not good.
taking out the.
Okay.
I don't like
Okay, this has been the
Taking Out the Trash podcast. Yeah!
Taking out the trash.
Taking
'Cause
out the
it's
trash.
dang.
All right, roll the
Okay, I'll
outro.
stop.
Okay,
Okay,
anyways,
anyways.
this has been the Taking Out the Trash
Okay,
podcast.
yeah.
I'm Vanessa,
I'm Maya.
Oh, I'm Jaylin.
and we'll see you guys wherever the camera is. for
Next
me.
Wednesday!
On the next episode.
Wednesday!
Okay, bye, kisses,
Bye, guys.
love you. Mwah.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here.
I'm
Just leave.
attached to that.
Get out of here.
All right, I gotta
Okay,
go.
turn the camera off again!